Alright, back to it. Now I think it is time to continue the main story and go to the Order of the Crystal. So I have to go back to the island, Garendall Island over there. I don't know why that's North Garendall, except it's the northern part of this island, maybe? Except it's kind of the middle of this island. Okay, so they are closer to Garendall Lakes, so we have to travel north again, up to the cave that took us across Garendall Lake. Which should just be straight north. Lots of termites around here. This is pretty close to a termite nest. Okay, this should be the map that had the mushroom. Those earth elements, these guys are pretty tough, actually. So I'm not gonna bother fighting them. I think they're tougher than worms when it comes down to it. At least in terms of their damage. Yeah, so that took us to the mushroom. Back to the trail here. We should be getting pretty close to where the cave was. I think it's just one screen north of here now. Yeah, see, those guys are pretty damaging. Okay, yeah, so the cave is here. So let's go west one screen. There's trolls here. And a road leading us kind of southwest here. Mages aren't so bad. Let's see what else is on this screen. If it's just rogue mages, this won't be such a bad screen to clear, actually. I think I'll use infusion. Oh, this guy's doing pretty well. Let's use that. I'm going to use my tent before going into the place, but I'll have to clear these rogue mages up first. This guy's like unhittable. There we go, we've leveled up now. So this is the Order of the Crystal's entrance. It's a great big skull. Seem a rather morbid group. But you could say it's the Order of the Crystal's Skull, which is rather like that Indiana Jones movie. Of course, this came out before that, so I don't think that they could be accused of copying. I really need to get my chance to hit improved somehow. Probably an elixir of dexterity would help with that. This is a nice map in terms of experience, though, because these guys are not that tough. If I explore the whole thing, I can see on the map what I need to clear. But I don't want to exit the screen, because that would undo all of my hard work to be able to use the tent. Okay. Possibly north of their entrance there could be somebody. We'll see. I don't think so. I think it's clear. Okay. Let's see if you can use the tent on this precarious edge. Okay. There we go. Alright, time to venture into the Order of the Crystal and locate the dragon tooth. Again, if you were playing the game as it unfolded, you would just have to explore all this stuff on your own. But with the help of the guide, we kind of know where to go. Now, these are mole spiders. They are tougher versions of regular spiders. And I think the other guys in here are imps. And imps are very annoying because they're always pretty sturdy. I use these bridges sometimes. You can... It's not working out in my favor just now, but usually you can use it to kind of see even swinging at. There we go. You can usually use it to trim it down to just one at a time if you use these bridges. That previous time, I don't even know what he was swinging at, honestly. I think he was just swinging at the air. They're all fleeing. I'm not sure I'll be able to get him without exiting, which is what I don't want to do. I want to be able to use my tent, though. muster up the bravery to come and fight.
There's a path on there. This place is also kind of maze-like with all these bridges and little paths onward. I'm going to clear screen by screen and use my tent as I go, just to save potions. I think this one is clear now, actually. I shouldn't have used that. I should be able to heal up with the tent. Okay, I will go to the right first. I don't remember the layout of this maze. Rubber Ducky's map does have the sections of this maze. I will save, so I don't have to go and redo the whole thing if I die. So here are imps. They're also pretty fast and mean. Okay, so here's a case I'm going to use the bridge to my advantage, forcing only one to fight me at a time. I'm getting better drops now. Durbiton short sword, not too bad. Again, I'm going to, well, I think we lost one of them, so I won't go all the way back to the bridge. Definitely mean little characters. So many bridges and things. Attack the one in the front. These guys are so aggressive, they don't even really retreat that much, they keep coming back. Okay, I better clear a little bit to the west and then maybe the eastern portion. You can see how the tent is really going to save me a lot of potions as long as I can clear the enemies out of these areas. That's the main reason I wanted to have it before I ventured on this far. Potions just become prohibitively expensive as you get more life. And I also wanted the awareness skill, because it makes it easy to see who's on the map. I think I will have to give up and use a little bit of healing. You know what? Maybe not. Let me try to use the tent. Here we go. An excellent way to heal up.
Okay, so that's all there was up here. There was just a treasure chest on this path. So let me go south, since that's the only way on. I will go south from this edge first. So we still have a branch from the first screen and a branch from this screen. I think these two will unite on the next one though, because they're both south. Some more spiders. Now, ranged weapons could come in handy at this type of place. Okay, I'm going to use the bridge. Everybody lost their appetite for fighting. Yeah, there you go. That meets up with the other screens. So that's not two branches, they both come here. And the southern branch of the first screen probably takes me to the one that is immediately west of this screen. I will verify that shortly. We may be tough enough to go to Worm Valley and find the Dark Fairy. Okay, so, oh yeah, we're going to have to go west and then back east because we can't get to any more of this screen, which means I also can't use the tent. Thankfully, I'm not very damaged, though. So let's go west, clear this screen. Let's go this way first. I would like to get a more damaging weapon, or something that gives me a better chance to hit, maybe a plus to dexterity. Yeah, there we go. That's going to be the connector from the first screen, which is probably the way I'll exit. I'm going to clear this screen, use the tent, and then go east through the south part of it so that I can get to the rest of the screen that was immediately behind us. So it's kind of maze-like. Not that big a maze, though. This tile set reminds me of the kind of the Diablo 1 caves. Explore everything? Okay, yeah, it's just the path to the east. Oh, there must be a treasure chest up there. I thought it connected to this. No treasure chest. Although I should be able to use the tent because it is all cleared now. I'm finally starting to feel like our character is built up enough to take on a lot of these enemies. There's still a lot of tougher enemies, though, to face. But we're building up. Okay, this should be the lower portion of the screen that we previously cleared the top portion. And unfortunately that means we can't use a tent, so we cannot visit all the sides in one go. The combat system does get a little repetitive when you rely on a lot of hits like this. Doing more damage would definitely be nicer. Okay, so there is a screen to the south of this. I wonder if that's a spider. Okay. He's going to try to run off screen, but he can't. Okay, so let's go across that bridge and see what's over here. I'm going to use a potion since I can't use my tent. At least I'm making some money here. I may try to keep some set aside. There's a quest coming up where we'll need a few thousand gold. Okay, it looks like it's just south. My hit points are getting to be in pretty good shape, but getting my damage and chance to hit up are probably the next most important things. The problem with the X and the Z keys, I'm not always certain if he's actually attacking the target right in front of me, because it kind of auto-selects. I better use another. Actually, the map may be cleared. Yep, there's the way down. Looks a lot like it did in the upper level. Although this level is smaller, if I recall correctly. An interesting thing about the combat engine is that you don't get the... you notice the plus 95 coming up from these guys after I kill them. You don't get the experience from killing them until the battle nearby has ended. That is, all the health bars have vanished from them and no one is recognized as being in combat with you. What that means is you can't level up in the middle of combat. Unlike other games, like in Diablo, which really popularized the hack-and-slash type RPG, you can easily level up in the middle of a fight. In fact, it's one of the things you count on in the original Diablo. Just because it can be so hard to keep your character healthy in that game, too. Depending on the class, anyways. Okay, I think we have only the southeast corner to visit. We should be able to use the tent now. More of these annoying imps. I just like to use the X and the Z because defense is such an important thing to do for bigger monsters. In fact, I suppose I could be holding it down in this fight and then I'd be defended between shots. Sometimes the point and click does work well, and if you're playing as like a mage in Trinity, you actually need to be using point and click. But as I mentioned at the beginning of this, I find the point and click method a little bit clunky for this particular game. Let's fight them one at a time. I'd really rather focus on this one. Another up here. Let's use that concoction, because we still have a few enemies to kill. This one really has turned into a weird maze. I guess it's not that maze-like in that it's completely linear, but it is a lot of winding around. Alright, there's the next way on. I should be able to use the tent again. Good thing there's no time limit in this game, because I do spend a lot of it sleeping, now that I have the tent. But no one cares about the queen, or the keep, or anything. We just have all these silly side quests to focus on. Third level. Okay, now we have a new enemy here. These are stone giants. Another example of really big enemies that we fight. They're not all that tough, but they are very big. fish rations. That is not worth anything to me. Mole spiders and stone giants, an interesting combination. I'm gonna have all these partly hurt spiders. They're all running away from me. Must have found a nest of them down here. I am going to use those fish rations. They're not really worth much, but there we go. Got a level. Well, I guess I was able to earn experience mid-fight there, even though these guys had their health bars up. Interesting. Stone giant. I'm getting a lot of experience down here, it would seem. So there's a secret passage up there. Let's clear the rest of this if we can. Probably some more stone giants around. At least one enemy up there. Maybe it's a spider, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, it's one of the fleeing spiders. You have to be very careful near entrance exits unless you want all of your hard work to be undone. So let's go through this secret passage. This is where pathfinding is really useful. Something looks like a dragon tooth. Now this is where I would love to have a recall ability, because I'm just going to have to run through all the upper levels again to leave this place. But we have explored the entire Order of the Crystal. It's these 3 subterranean lava-filled levels. When they're blocking me, I'm going to have to fight them, but anytime I can run past, I'm just going to run out of here. Because I want to get back to Ouroboros and give him the dragon tooth. Hopefully he'll be suitably impressed that I found this place and fought through all of this, just on his whim. Path up is round down through there. I'm gonna have to fight some of these spiders, I guess. Hopefully I can get them fleeing. Alright, now I have to go through up, left, and up again to the first screen. Let me use a couple poultices, maybe. This is pretty ridiculous. Oops. Filters of healing should not be at the top. They get used too quickly. Focus on the one keeping it. Okay, west. And then down, around, up. Okay, and then straight up and over and out. Many spiders. Alright, and this is just mages here. I won't bother with them. But you can see now that I've cleared it, I can see where all of them are on the screen. So I know there's trolls in the screen north of here. And then the cave is over here, which should have Thivox and trolls. Maybe it's Thivox and ook wasps. Although maybe I don't want to go for the cave. Oh, I'll clear the cave. I guess I didn't previously clear it. Because it had imps and manticores. I mostly cleared it, actually. I'll go ahead and clear it, and just go north of the lake this way. We're tough enough now to take on manticores, I think. This wouldn't be my first choice, but since the tunnel passage is so far away, and we've walked that so many times, we didn't finish clearing this, so we'll just do this. go. There's a Manticore. Maybe I'm not tough enough to take on Manticores. I can use a helium potion. I know they're tougher than worms. But we have taken on worms a fair few times now. Oh yeah, bring all your friends to join the fight. I do think this game's bestiary is very interesting because you have all sorts of creatures. Undead, demon, magic, flying, subterranean, human, big, small, colorful. It's definitely well done. A lot of work went into the character graphics here. This guy doesn't want to fight anymore. I suppose this is where a ranged weapon would come in handy. Boy, he is determined not to fight. How am I going to kill this guy? I want to kill him so I can use the tent. Okay, there's still something else up by the entrance. Maybe a Manticore. Because there's probably a few of them in this cave, I expect. Nope. Just a plain old inn. Alright, that cave has been completely cleared. Time to return to Orbis. What is my current level? 17, 8 to 23. I do need to get my damage up. Yeah. So he should be on screen east is the ruins. Because I remember that sign. We've not been to visit him in a while. You found it? Incredible, says the elf with astonishment. He takes a deep breath and continues. Did you ever hear of the Pillars of Garendall? And here's where the title of the game comes from. I guess not. Few still know about them. We'll talk about real giants. Giants who never die, who continue growing over the centuries, and who can walk on you without noticing you were there. We'll wake up a legend. Orbis fixes on the dark ceiling thoughtfully for a very long time. Just when you thought he fell asleep, the elf gives you a sad look. Go to the Learning Tree and search for the fall of High Garendall and the ritual of sacrifices. Unfortunately, I have forgotten the name of the shield used during the ritual of sacrifices. One thing I remember, though, is that in those days this shield was revered by all blacksmiths. You should start your research by talking with one. Now go, I have much to do before you return. I will find it. Okay, so we have to look up... I'll put this in my journal here. I don't think I've showed the journal. Well, I showed taking notes, but not what it looks like. Yeah, I took a note with the death of the Death Knight that was Decimus. We're going to go to the Learning Tree next, and we're going to look up the Fall of High Garendall and the Ritual of Sacrifices. Yeah, hopefully we can do that. We might need access to the upper level to do that. But we've heard of this Ritual of Sacrifices. We've been seeing things about it. We just haven't been able to look it up yet. We haven't had the question mark to tell us to look it up. We have seen High Garendall, but we'll need to look up the Fall of High Garendall, probably. I'm going to go back to the Learning Tree, and then we will stop there. Oh, nice. I'm fighting him. Just get the gold. I think one screen east should take us to the teleporter to Tyros River. Yep, there it is. All this work to go across the bridge when they had this old elf who could have just given us a teleporter. The other funny thing is he's so close to the Learning Tree. I think Emilius knows a lot more than he lets on with all this stuff. Because he's just one tile. There's one tile between him and the elf. Maybe two. Because I guess Learning Tree is just south of here. But it's not far. Yeah, we took that passage already. Yep, so he's still not talking to us. I'm gonna automatically go to the higher level and assume this is where we need to be to get this knowledge. I also want to look up Stone Giant. Legends say long ago the Stone Giant Society was proud and striving. Probably thriving is what they mean. Their empire spread well beyond what is now the Garendall mountain range. But these days, stone giants are nothing but a ragtag bunch of troublemakers living in hills and mountains in groups that can reach 50 members. They spend most of their time raiding small villages and attacking their trader caravans. Averaging 10 feet in height, they possess an incredible physical force. They are able to squash anything smaller than a human with a single blow of their stone club. Not really made of stone, their blue-gray stone skin earned them their name. Okay, let's look up Ritual of Sacrifice. After several minutes, you finally find the book you were looking for. Ritual that transformed, with their consent, the two giants, Brutus and Kittrick, into rock, to save High Garendall from crumbling. The day after a small earthquake, a crevice appeared in the middle of the city. At the beginning it was really tiny, but week after week it grew considerably. The fall of the city, set high up in the mountain, was absolutely certain. Then the two factions of mages merged and united their forces for 21 days and nights to accomplish the powerful and delicate incantation. After that event, magicians disappeared progressively and mysteriously from Garendall. The two stone giants were later named the Pillars of Garendall. Turn the book to the shelves. So clearly we know High Garendall's place. We know there's the two factions, the Order of Seasons and the Order of Crystal. And we know about the Pillars of Garendall, which are actually these two giants who were put up there to save the city. Fall of High Garendall. After several minutes, you find the book you were looking for. 98 years after the Ritual of Sacrifices, the children of the two giants, Ippitus, came back to the territory to find his parents transformed into the statues. Frustrated thinking his parents had been placed without their consent, he destroyed the great capital of High Garendall. The people had to come down from the mountains and establish themselves in the lowlands, which is now Gadolin Keep. So, High Garendall was saved for almost 100 years, and then this child, Ippitus or whatever, came back and thought they had killed his parents to become the Pillars of Garendall. And that is what became the keep. Very interesting. I don't think I looked this up yet. It is an ancient city, roots of the kingdom of Garendall. High Garendall was a prosperous merchant city. It was even the capital of miracles, because you could find anything, whether it was exquisite spices, rare magical herbs, or even magical items. Made of white marble, the buildings, when touched by the sun rays, glowed with a pinkish hue that gave the whole city a surreal appearance. Many buildings, manors, and castles were also decorated with gold and gems, a testament to the prosperity of the city. Other name for High Garendall. Really interesting lore. I think it's clever that the title, Pillars of Garendall, is in fact a reference to Brutus and Kittrick, who are the monsters that we're already told the plot, right? We're going to have to awaken them, according to Orbis. So let's save and stop here. And next we will continue our quest to figure out a blacksmith who might know about the shield. I think we'll also be able to talk again with Emilius after this.